What's up, traders? Going 4 for 5 today. Almost got to Q. Basically there. Let's get to it. All right, traders, we're going to start here on CAN. This was our first trade of the day. It was a good trade, as you'll see. Again, remember, all of this is in 2x speed, so if you want to watch it back at normal speed, feel free to do half speed on YouTube, and it should be at normal speed. So going to go ahead and hit play here, and we're going to go ahead and watch us get this entry here on CAN right there around 620. We ended up getting 617. We're going to put the order out there right for that previous resistance above the whole dollar, just looking for it to come back down. I do believe it comes down and gets us. Just go fast forward a little bit. There it is. And I get ready to take it off, but it does get us there on the bid at 605. So a good first trade there on CAN to open the day. That was pretty much, that was a really quick trade. So let's see. The next trade that we end up getting here is our AHT entry. We tried to hit the ask on the way up. Let's go back a little bit. You can kind of see it jump up here. So we're going through 1850. The spread's a little bit bad. That's why we end up hitting the ask here. We actually start this rather small just because it's a little spready. Also just giving it a lot of room. I remember the daily was kind of crap too. Just looking for the push back down here towards 18. And I believe we get a little bit of a push. I was going to say, I thought it went through 1850 temporarily, but no, it doesn't. So it actually comes back up. I know we get an ad on it at some point, so... it was a really slow trade. It did get really slow. ATOS was a miss there. I know it just fiddles around our average a bunch too. We never got the ad up through 19. We were looking for a much bigger ad up through like 1950. Just scrolling through here. Okay, so there's the little bit of a push down. I remember saying I wanted it to get down through 50, looking for that flush, and it just never gives it to us. So it was a little frustrating that we didn't get that, and it ends up going against us. I remember saying I wanted to get out, and then it just, as you see, it just went. And then it kind of continues, and we end up in this for a little bit because I was going to take it break even there. And then as you can see, it keeps going. SIGA was a halt. I think we were actually really interested in SIGA, but that one ended up opening like way down. So we didn't get an entry there. See the ad there in AHT. Looking to just get out of this trade at our new average is 1909. So we were just kind of looking to get out, and it never tests 19 again, which is frustrating. As you can see, we moved it down to 1892, just looking for it to flush down through. If it could get down through that 1920 area, we felt like it would definitely try 19 and possibly flush through. But as you can see, this thing was just starting to grind, and it was getting strong. The 9 started to come up, and yeah, it was very frustrating. Here's the second trade on CAN. You can see it popping up. Just waiting, seeing if it wants to go any higher. I believe it tries 40 first. Here's me trying to get out. It does try 19 here. It gets to 1910, 1912. But as you can see, the ask is way up there, so we'd have to get our order on the bid there. I don't think it ever goes below 1910 though. Yeah, I think it shoots back up and just keeps taking us for a ride. It's a very, very frustrating trade that one was. And here's the 40 test on CAN. There's the entry. Kind of felt the jiggle. And we just leave our order here at 630, just looking for that quick little scalp. And we'll go ahead and you can see me raising my order there on AHT. CAN comes back down. It was getting a little spready there, which is a little frustrating. A little 3-cent spread on something that really probably shouldn't have a 3-cent spread. But I think we end up being patient on this one and getting filled. And yep, there it is right there. So that was the second trade on CAN. So 2 good trades there. And we're still in this AHT trade, which we will fast forward just a little bit because this ends up being a pretty long one. As you can see, it keeps flirting with us. It never actually comes down, and it just never wanted to break. I'm actually going to scroll way towards the end here because it takes a while. So I do want to go back and kind of show you what my thought process was on this one last little ad here. You can see if we pause real quick, let me go back even further before we get the ad. My thought process here was if we're going to get down through 50, it tried to go higher here. As you can see, it kept going higher and then grinding higher. It tried to go higher here and it started to come down. If we could fail this 1947, like 1950 area, that if it went high of day there, to me, that was just a complete fake out to the to the downside, because usually anytime you get the move up and then you come down and break that previous candle, that's a good indication that this could be the start of the backside. So that was kind of what I was betting on, was when we broke this key area here, that we were going to get that backside move. And so that's why I ended up adding in one last time and then calling that the top, and that was my break point there. So we're just going to put our stop in there. So you can see as it's happening, we get short and expecting it to break down. It starts to break down, and you can see I brought our average up to 1924, and we pretty much take this off break even, because as you can see, it actually goes almost all the way up to the highs. I think it actually went to like 78. I think it even flashed at 79 for a moment. 75, let's see. I know it flashes up there, and I just assumed that we were about to get stopped out. I didn't think I hit it that many times. There we go, 73, 74. I mean, we know it flashes. There it is, 78. So it gets to 78. I don't even know if there was any prints there. I mean, I guess there had to be one because the candle was up there. But as you can see, it does flash up there. It gets real close. It just hovers there for a while. And then I actually moved my stop up just a little bit, just in case there was somebody sitting at 79. And I was ready to hit it at 80. I tried to move it to 80 on the chart, but it wouldn't let me. And as you can see, it actually comes down and misses our order. I think it was by 2 cents. Let's see, 20. I got the 25. So we were sitting at 20, so it was 5 cents. I thought it got to 22, but so it actually missed our average by 1 cent, which is always fun. But I ended up taking some off here for a loss, and then I was hoping to get the flush down for the rest there at 1920 just to get out of this thing. But I do believe I end up just taking the rest off once I realized it just doesn't want to give us the fill. It just kept bouncing literally right off our average. And I just wanted to be done with it. I was glad that it came back and basically gave us a chance to get out break even. It was a very annoying trade, and it just wasn't what we wanted, so we got out of it. Pretty simple. And then we get something more, our speed in MRIN. We'll go back a little bit. You can see us pull it up. This is right off the scanner as always. And here we go. Off to the races a little bit. Already a nice move. It's extending away from yesterday's high. We jump in right before 9. And we are looking to add again on the other side of 9, which we actually end up doing because it doesn't actually give us that pullback right away. Not the pullback we were looking for anyway. Decent little pullback there. We were looking for a bit more of a flush, a little bit more towards half of the move, and we didn't quite get there. You can see our order is right around half the move. We're still above all those previous resistance lines to the left, so I felt like we could definitely get that $0.50 test, but unfortunately it didn't want to give it to us just yet, so it ends up going up through 9. We're going to go ahead and get an add in here. I think I try to hit the ask right here, but don't get filled, so I drag it down. Our fill there was actually way worse than I was hoping. The 920 fill would have been great, but as you can see, we get a little bit of immediate resolution right back down through 9, get filled at 885, and I was hoping we would get the flush down to 70s, but unfortunately we don't get it. It just keeps hovering right on the 80s and then tries to bounce. So that's where we took it, knowing that it would probably retest 9 at least, and that was a good trade on MRIN. And then we had one more trade much later in the day on ORPH. This was actually a pretty good move. The daily on this one really wasn't great, so I ended up going a little bit smaller than normal. As you can see, the load button gave us 60 shares. I ended up taking 25, especially because just looking at the daily, it was really bad, and we know this was a previous runner as well, so I wanted to leave myself some room to add just in case. And unfortunately, this one ends up not giving us the poke through 6 to get some more shares, and it ends up not really working completely. You can see our orders at 66. It comes down and kind of flirts with us a little bit, and I think we end up taking this off at like 70 or 72 or something like that. You can see it coming down, 71. The spread was kind of bad on this as well. Let's see, 68. So we're 2 cents away on the bid, but we don't ever actually get down there, so we end up taking it there at 72. So that was our trades today. 5 total trades, pretty much right at goal. 38.54, goal is 40. So can't really complain. Was hoping for a bit more. If AHT would have worked out, we would have been over goal. If ORPH would have gave us another ad, there's a bunch of different things that could have gave us a little bit more money today. But not going to be perfect every single trade. And yeah, that's all I got for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Appreciate the support. If you do have any questions or comments, leave those down below, and I will see you tomorrow morning. Peace.